welcome to the Blue Corner. My name is Dennis, and it's time for my July pickups video. And as usual, I got a bunch of stuff, both Blu-rays and 4Ks, and at the end we'll see how many of them I've actually watched. This was during my summer vacation, 3 weeks vacation, so weather. I had a chance to watch some movies. Might have watched a few too many. That's not here nor there. As usual, let's just start off with the Blu-rays. I went shopping for used Blu-rays, and this is a very good example of why I'm enjoying actually watching the discs I'm buying, because I bought 2 movies and none of the discs work correctly. So had I not watched the movies, just put them in the collection, God knows if I would ever have noticed. But I did find New Police Story starring Jackie Chan. This bothered me a little bit that this isn't working, because as far as I do know, this is now out of print, and technically it's not the world's most expensive Blu-ray to pick up, but this is a US Blu-ray. For me to find a used Blu-ray, imported, shipping, more than likely getting caught in customs, because it's some random person out there selling a used copy, it will get caught in customs. So it will end up being rather expensive. And there is no real other version out there that has both the original audio track and English subtitles. I do believe there is a German edition, but while it does have the English audio track, I don't believe it does have the Cantonese and English subtitles. So yeah, and sadly no boutique label have put out a new edition so far. So this one plays fine for a minute, skips, freezes, plays fine for a minute, skips, freezes, and just keeps going like that. In the trash that one goes. Scorpion King 3. I'm not. Yeah, I kind of want to see the Scorpion King movies again. I know they're not good. This one played fine for an hour and then just freezes. None of the movies, I can't rip any of them to my hard drive, so another one for the trash, and neither one will count towards my numbers at the end of this video. Since I can't watch them, they don't count. I picked up Scooby-Doo, the fun little cartoon. I've never been a massive Scooby-Doo fan. I've never seen every single cartoon, but I enjoyed this one. I would have watched the sequel had we gotten that one. Sadly, they apparently canceled it, so this will have to do. I had a fun time with it. In the collection it goes. Mørkeland. It's a Danish political thriller. It's a sequel. I do believe they called it King or Kingsmaker. Kingsmaker. I don't remember. It's a Danish movie. I wanted to see it, and I enjoyed it. Picked up 999. Good little action movie. Again, used copy, cheap, just a few dollars. Well worth putting in the collection. And that's actually, back when this came out, I didn't really know several of the actors. Anthony Mackie, Aaron Paul, actors like that. They have become rather big names since. So it's fun to go back sometimes like this and see a movie you enjoyed with no names actors back then. Yeah, a little fumble of the words. But next I picked up Scream 4. The only one that doesn't have a 4K, and apparently they can't find the masters, so I no idea if we're ever gonna get a 4K of this or not. Kind of sucks that we have the first three and then 5 and 6, and more than likely 7, 8, 9, 10 when they get around to those. So yeah, I just wanted to complete the collection. Let's see, I continued with more of the German Blu-rays for PM Entertainment. I did pick up first Skyscraper, Anna Nicole Smith. yeah. When 2007, I do believe it was, she passed away almost 10 years ago, or 20 years ago rather, since her demise. And I don't hear people really talk about her anymore. But that's not here nor there. Like I said, Skyscraper, Anna Nicole Smith trying to be an action hero. Not that believable. It is PM Entertainment, 90s action movies. I have a fun. These are not great movies, but I have a fun time watching them. And yeah, you don't you don't watch an Anna Nicole Smith movie for her acting. Let's just say that. And PM Entertainment clearly knew that when they made both Skyscraper and To the Limit. Yeah, more Anna Nicole Smith. I'm picking up all the PM Entertainment movies that we do get on Blu-ray. These are from Germany, and apparently now Shout Studios have bought the PM Entertainment library too. So, boy, Shout sure do have plenty of stuff to put out now. I don't know if I'm gonna upgrade to the Shout versions when they put them out. Maybe if some of them comes out as 4Ks, then maybe I'll do it. It's well-known fact that I'm not a big fan of German Blu-rays, and I still pick up this many. But Germany is the country that want to put them out, so what can I do about that? More PM Entertainment, Dark Breed, Jack Scalia. Do believe this was a first-time watch. Not a great movie, but it's in the collection. PM Entertainment, again, Beyond Justice, or Guardian Angel, as it's really called, Cynthia Rothrock. Enjoyed this one. Highly recommended if you're a Cynthia fan. So, yeah, it had to get in the collection. Next, more the last PM Entertainment for this go around. I picked up Riot, Gary Daniels. This is one of the titles that I was really looking forward to them putting out. I'll buy anything Gary Daniels is in. So, and this is one of my favorite Gary Daniels movies. So I don't like the title. I just use the original ones. It's yeah. That's German titles for you again. Also from Germany, I picked up The Outlaws. The first one in the what? I do round. What are they? Roundup. Yeah, Roundup. That series. Yeah, the first one's called The Outlaws, and 2, 3, and 4 Roundup. So this one, like I said, is the first one, and pretty much only Korea has a Blu-ray of it with the original audio track and English subtitles. This German Blu-ray does have the original audio track, but only German subtitles. So, much like last month with another edition, I made my own copy, found the English subtitles online, and now I have it with English subtitles. Had to complete the collection. And that's the case with the next few ones too. I thought I could complete the collection, but that's not the case after all. But I picked up American Pie The Wedding from 88 Films. Sadly, this is Blu-ray only, where the first two were 4Ks. So, yeah. And now, of course, we do have a pre-order for the first one in America. So I won't be surprised if the US do 4Ks of 3, 4, and maybe more. I don't know. I don't think I'll be upgrading though. I have these editions now, and of course with that I did pick up Bandcamp, Naked Mile, Beta House, The Book of Love, which I thought were the remaining American Pie movies. Turns out there is another one, Girls Out or something, and doesn't sound like 88 is gonna be putting that one out. So while I picked up all the other American Pies, I'm one short. So yeah, it is what it is. From Arrow Video, I picked up Night Watch. Highly recommend this one. This one was an announcement I was really hyped to see them putting out. These are two Danish movies. There is a US remake not included in the set here. I did have both of them on two Danish Blu-rays, but the first Night Watch was a burnt on demand, crappy quality Blu-ray. Official Blu-ray, but burnt on demand, crappy quality nonetheless. So to get a dual layer disc, good quality version of the first one was a must watch or must get in the collection for me. So it amazes me that I have to go outside my own country to get good versions of our Danish movies. Again, Pusher. We did get the 4K here in Denmark. Apparently there's aspect problems with that one. I might upgrade that again now that Second Sight is putting it out. Again, having to go outside my own country to get our country's own movies. Yeah. And next up, and for whatever reason, I normally buy a lot of my US stuff on a site called Wow HD. They have free shipping. They do charge a little bit more per item, but they do have free shipping. So it's well worth it in my case to buy from them. I save a lot of money compared to having to buy from Amazon. And for whatever reason, I never thought that they would carry Australian titles too, Imprint, Viavision, Umbrella, but out of nowhere I just checked for whatever, I don't remember why, and they were there. Whoa, I can buy them there. It's still not cheap, but cheaper than what I would from other places. So I did pick up The Substitute. It is out of print on Viavision's own site with a lenticular sleeve. These are the 4 Substitute movies. I really wanted to watch the first one again, and I was pretty sure I'd never seen at least 4, if not the third one too. So now I do have all 4. Sadly, again, another case of I'm glad I'm watching the movies. The first one, they made a mistake. Apparently, the first one is a cut version of the movie, and there's, of course, footage missing. At one point, Tom Berenger is about to hit a guy, and you see him wound up to the hit, and then it just cuts to the guy lying on the floor. You don't see the actual hit. I was like, what the heck is wrong here? And I checked online, and apparently there was a replacement program. Had I not watched the movie, I would have just put it in the collection. Never thought about it, never discovered there was a disc replacement program. So I reached out to Viavision, and thankfully they could send me out the replacement disc. But sadly, again, this is another case of me seeing how much the Danish postal service sucks. Australia, not part of the EU, not or Viavision isn't IOSS registered. So while it didn't cost me a thing to get this disc, it did get caught in customs, and for the Danish postal service to figure out that I didn't have to pay anything still cost me about $25. So yeah, $25 to find out that I didn't have to pay anything in taxes. Yeah, and let's just leave that at that. More Donnie Yen for the collection. The Lost Bladesman. I do actually believe this is what I was looking for on WoW HD when I found out that they had imprint titles. So I'll always pick up more Donnie Yen for the collection, and I wanted this one, so I found it, and now I have it. More imprint, fresh. I've wanted to watch or rewatch this for quite some time, and again, imprint expensive to import to Denmark, shipping, getting caught in customs, not realizing I could have gotten it through WoW HD. I bought it, and the day after it ships, I found out that there's a UK edition coming out in September, I think. Oh, just my luck. But yeah, I'm glad I have the imprint version now, and I highly enjoyed the movie. So yeah, they are crammed pretty well into the slipcover, and yeah, if you want to read, you can. If you don't know the movie, doesn't really say all that much. Well worth the watch. Let's see, we can continue to the 4Ks now. Again, going on the hunt for used items. I found Salt, fun little action movie, cheap, didn't pay too much for it, and you can read that Danish stuff. I enjoyed this more than I remembered. That is going to be the case for a few movies in this edition or video. This I kind of wished we would have gotten a sequel or two more of this. This could have been Angelina's John Wick franchise. It does end where they could have easily made a sequel, but I don't remember or if I ever knew how well it did at the cinemas back when it came out. But I enjoyed it. Fun little action movie. Next, I picked up Horizon. This was also used, not as cheap as Salt, but still used. Good price. This is one I've been very hesitant to wanting to watch. I really wanted to go see it at the cinemas, but 3 hours and knowing it's only part one made me go no, no. I want to make sure, especially after hearing that it didn't do very well. I don't know. The second one is apparently done, but we still don't have it. 3 and 4, who knows if we're ever gonna get those? And I just knew that I would probably like this, and we wouldn't get any more. And yes, I highly enjoyed this one, way more than I thought I would actually. And now, yes, I'm gonna be pretty bummed out if we don't get any more. So I won't be surprised if the first one we get the physical, and then 2 is gonna be digital only, and we'll never see 3 and 4. That's just mark my words. I'm putting my bet on that's what's gonna happen. I also picked up Tommy Boy. Somebody had already traded this one in, and I love Tommy Boy. I'm a big Chris Farley fan, so I had no problem picking this one up. Just seeing it used, I'll take that one there. And I had planned on buying it anyway, and I just never pick up catalog titles at full price. So to have this one already now, heck yeah. Sixth Sense, also used, traded in. Yep, another case. I wanted to upgrade, and Bruce Willis, again, no big secret. He is my favorite actor still to this day, so no brainer. I was a little disappointed in this 4K though. The Blu-ray had a 7.1 audio track. This one doesn't. This is only 5.1. I do have a 7.1 system. I can play the 7.1 sound. Sucks having to go down to 5.1 now. Yeah. But it is what it is. I don't have the Blu-ray anymore. So, and there's no Blu-ray included in here. Yeah, it is what it is. And next to, I found a seller on Facebook that was selling a few titles. There was one I really wanted. One I've been waiting on going down in price. Still to this day, I've never seen it on sale as new on any sites. I am talking about Bullet Train. I enjoyed this one. This is a fun ride. I laugh my ass off of some of the stuff that Brad does in this movie. And just, I like this action movie. I want to see more action movies in this line. I hope it does get a sequel. I don't know how or what they would do, but I would want to watch it anyway. So yeah, now I don't have to look for that anymore. And the second one, I didn't want to just pick up one. I buy plenty of used stuff on Facebook. I never just want to pick up one because the movie price and the shipping kind of makes me feel like it's not really worth it anyway. So there was a second movie in the bunch that I didn't have, so I did pick up Get Out 2. I like the movie. Overhyped as all hell when it came out in my mind. It's a good movie. Jordan Peele did Us next after this one, which people didn't really seem to like nearly as much. I'm the opposite. Again, good movie, but I like Us better. So I'm in the minority when it comes to those movies, apparently. But yeah, I do have Get Out. Now I just have to find Us 2. Yeah. Also used, I picked up the first 3 Purge movies. I have been on the hunt for these for quite some time. The US edition is just one case with the 3 movies in, I do believe. So I didn't want that. I prefer having the single cases. So I was happy to find this one and get them with their own artwork. Sorry for the glare. It is what it is. Purge, good movie. I enjoy these movies. Again, not great movies, but just fun, relaxing. Put your mind, or unplug your brain rather, and just have a good time. Yeah, I think they're fun, even though they're not supposed to be. They do have a good audio track, some of them at least. So yeah, and I also did stock up on a few Scream Factory titles. WoW HD was having a sale. Buy 3, save 15%. So I stocked up on a few that I had been missing out on. I picked up Silent Night, Deadly Night. Fun little 80s slasher. And not one I'm going back to. nearly as much as other slashers, but I enjoyed it. I picked up Lord Lord of Illusions, and to my surprise, this was actually a first time watch. I don't believe I've ever watched this one before, and I enjoyed it. It was a good little movie. Speaking of Clive Barker, where's Midnight Meat Train? Give us that one on 4K. And see, this Scream Factory, 4K only. We do have Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 coming up without Blu-rays. That's a rights issue. I haven't heard anything about any rights issues on this one, but I guess that's a problem. It's gonna be exciting to see if Scream is gonna go 4K only going forward. That is a big complaint that the Arrow is getting. People still want the Blu-rays. I don't care, but people do. Picked up Monkey Shines. Again, first time watch to my surprise. And Eureka put out the Blu-ray a few years back. And that was, for whatever reason, that was the only Blu-ray I didn't pick up that month that they put out. They put out 4 or 5 titles that month. And just, I don't know why I didn't pick up. I enjoyed it. Having seen Chicago Fire, Chicago PD since, and this was quite fun to go back to and see the actor in this one. And I also picked up What Lies Beneath. Highly enjoyed this one. Way better than I remembered it being. I don't think I've seen this one since the DVD came out. I've never had it on Blu-ray. I don't even know if there's a Blu-ray. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. And again, audio track on this one. There is a scene where Michelle Pfeiffer is looking out the window. You have the thunderstorm going on outside. Just when those lightnings and thunder hits, wow. So yeah, great movie. Really good movie. And the last Scream Factory I picked up Abigail. Again, missing. Good vampire movie. One of the better vampire movies we've gotten in quite some time. Highly enjoyed this one. Thankfully, I never picked up the Blu-ray. I were planning on waiting. Somebody had to put out the 4K, and Scream finally did. There is a German 4K too, but I just knew that Scream or Arrow would get it eventually, and thankfully did it. From Kino Lorber, I picked up Black Sheep. I got Tommy Boy, so of course I had to get Black Sheep too. Again, good movie. Again, I might have a Get Out Us scenario here again. I actually do believe I like Black Sheep more than Tommy Boy. I love both movies, but I just have a more fun time with Black Sheep. So yeah, thankfully I could get both of them on 4K. From Vinegar Syndrome, I picked up The Rage 2, or Carry 2 The Rage. Love the artwork on the sleeve. Not so impressed by the slipcover. The 88 films Blu-ray had a way better looking slipcover than this. But again, I enjoyed the movie. Again, I do actually think I like Carrie 2 more than the original one. I've grown up with Carrie 2 way more than the original one. So, yeah. From Arrow, I picked up Cobra, Sylvester Stallone, no brainer. Again, one I've grown up with. This is one of my all-time favorite Stallone movies. I remember way back when this came out, I was sick, home from school one day. My mom went and rented this one. It just came out. She knew I was a Stallone fan. She had no problem. I don't even remember how old I was when this came out. 96, 7 years, 7, 8. I must have been the delay back then. I must have been around 8 or 9 years old back then. She rented me Cobra. bought me a Mars bar, and I was fine on the couch watching movies or watching this for the rest of the day. So yeah, I'm always thankful to my mom for letting me watch movies like that. She's a movie buff like I am, even though she doesn't collect like I do. But yeah, thanks, mom. I also picked up the stuff. Arrow. I did have the Blu-ray, but I'm upgrading whenever I can. This one, however, is one of the very few cases of where I'm thinking, where did I really need the 4K? The I love the movie, but damn, it's badly made. The you can see the markers from the green screen around people. It's There's okay. I do prefer people or them leaving grain in when it's there, but there's a few scenes in it where you can almost not see what's happening because of grain. Uh, yeah, I love the movie. I might not have needed the 4K in this case. There is a longer edition of the movie that's not included on the Blu-ray. I have yet to watch. That's the major selling point on the 4K, I do believe. And let's see, I also picked up Narc. Again, another case. Really enjoyed this movie. Joe Carnahan, A-Team, boss level. Uh, what else? Stretch, I do believe. I do really like Joe Carnahan movies. Really enjoyed this one too. The shaky came during Jason Patrick's run at the end or start of the movie was a little annoying, but the movie highly recommend, highly rewatchable for me. And I did think about picking up when it came out in the US. I just never got around to it, and then they announced the UK edition. Okay, I'm getting that one now. Now I gotta get it. So yeah, got it in the collection. Highly enjoyed. From Second Sight, which should have been a June pickup, but Amazon kept delaying shipping to me for whatever reason, so I had to cancel the order and reorder it, and it shipped the day after. So turned out to be a July update or pickup instead of June. The Nice Guys was really worried that I wasn't gonna get this edition. I really do like this artwork. I really do love this movie. Highly underrated movie. This is gonna be on my top 10 list of the year, no doubt. Really underrated movie. Such a shame we never got a sequel. Art cards, and then I just freaking love this movie. Even though I've talked about it before, I'm not a fan of Ryan Gosling. Almost said Reynolds. But this is one of those movies that makes me go, maybe he's not that bad after all. But yeah, great movie, nice edition, and like I said, it will be somewhere in my top 10 or 25. I have no doubt about that. Let's close out July on a downer. Oh boy. VSU, I collect that line from Vinegar Syndrome. I do want to keep it complete, but now Vinegar Syndrome has really made me question that. I did pick up Meg and Me. I really didn't want this movie. It's a terrible movie. I don't like it one bit. But yeah, Numbered Spine, VSU line. Like I said, I really prefer keeping the line complete. And it was bound to happen eventually. This is the first one in the line where I'm going, no, no. And I still ended up picking it up. I just know that when this goes out of print, I will kick myself if I didn't have the complete collection. And these VSU editions go from way more than $100 sometimes in several of the cases. So, yeah, it is what it is. So that's it for the pickups. Let's just go straight into what I've watched. I don't want to make the video too long, so let's just go backwards. Meg and Me, I have watched it, sadly. The Nice Guys, I have watched it, gladly. Narc, I have watched it. The Stuff, I have watched it. Cobra, I have watched it. Carrie 2, The Rage, I have watched it. Black Sheep, I have watched it. Abigail, watched it just yesterday. What Lies Beneath, I have watched it. Monkey Shines, I have watched it. Lord of Illusions, I have watched it. Silent Night, Deadly Night, I have watched it, even though I were thinking about saving it for December. But it was short. I had one evening where I was just, okay, I can watch one more before bedtime, and turned out to be that one. 3 Purge movies, I have watched them. Get Out, I have watched it. Bullet Train, I have watched it. The Sixth Sense, I have watched it. Tommy Boy, I have watched it. Horizon, I have watched it. Salt, I have watched it. Like I said, Vacation Time, I had plenty of time. Substitute, 1 to 4, I have watched all 4. Fresh, I have watched it. The Lost Bladesman, I have watched it. Night Watch 1 and 2, I have watched both. American Pie 4 movie collection, I have watched all 4. American Pie The Wedding, I have watched it. The Outlaws, I have watched it. Riot, I have watched it. Beyond Justice, I have watched it. Dark Breed, I have watched it. To the Limit, I have watched it. Skyscraper, I have watched it. Scream 4, I have watched it. 999, I have watched it. Magaland, Kingsmaker, I have watched it. And Scoop, I have watched it. And like I said, the 2 damaged discs, I'm not going to count those. But that is 44 movies, I do believe I counted 2. And I have watched every single one. You ever get the feeling that you watch too many movies to want to put on another one? I might have in these 3 weeks of vacation time. I watched these 44 movies plus some of the other ones from previous months that I needed to catch up on. So yeah, I'm a little movied out now. And I haven't even started watching any of the August pickups yet. So yeah. But that's it. That is my July 2025 pickups video. What do you think? Anybody or any pickup that stands out to you that you really want to watch? Let me know down below. And with that, thanks for watching. Until next time, peace out.